After spending a significant amount of time on recent Square Enix action RPGs like Final Fantasy XVI, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and 2020's Trials of Mana, I expected Visions of Mana to follow a similar gameplay style. However, my demo experience revealed a different approach. The combat in Visions of Mana is noticeably slower paced, despite enemies attacking rapidly with AoE markers. Unlike Trials of Mana, which featured a combo system, Visions of Mana does not. My initial attempts to button mash through battles proved ineffective, only slowly reducing the HP of basic enemies. Although I have a deep appreciation for the older Mana games, the combat initially felt off. Worried that the game might be disappointing, I took some time to explore the menus and understand the available tools. This exploration changed my perspective. What Visions of Mana lacks in intensity, it compensates for with a rich variety of combat options. While I couldn't chain light and heavy attacks, tapping or holding those buttons triggered unique moves with different offensive and defensive capabilities. Equipping cooldown abilities allowed me to clear basic encounters swiftly. By the time I faced the demo's boss, I was confidently swapping between party members, unleashing magic attacks that applied buffs, debuffs, and significant damage. In just 60 minutes, I transformed from a struggling player to a powerful adventurer, gaining only a level or two in the process. The Mana series has always embraced unconventional designs, so starting Visions of Mana in a vast open field reminiscent of modern RPGs was almost surreal. Within minutes, I encountered hidden treasure chests, side quests leading to optional battles, and collectibles accessible through light platforming. This level of exploration surpassed many previous Mana games, but felt somewhat conventional compared to the series' typically experimental nature. At times, it felt like a non-live service version of Genshin Impact. The Mana series has always been known for its whimsical and unconventional designs, weaving intricate tales through unique gameplay mechanics and enchanting worlds. When I began my journey in Visions of Mana, I was met with a vast open field, a striking contrast to the more segmented and linear designs of past Mana titles. This departure from tradition felt almost surreal, plunging me into a setting that structurally resembles many modern RPGs. As I navigated this expansive landscape, the game's dedication to exploration and discovery quickly became evident. Within the first few minutes of gameplay, I stumbled upon hidden treasure chests, side quests, and various collectibles scattered across the landscape. This immediate introduction to exploration set the tone for the rest of the demo. Unlike previous Mana games, which often guided players along a more straightforward path, Visions of Mana encourages a sense of wanderlust and curiosity. The open field wasn't just a backdrop, but a living, breathing environment filled with opportunities for adventure. Hidden treasure chests often required keen observation and light platforming to access. These chests weren't merely placed in plain sight, but cleverly integrated into the environment, prompting me to think creatively and explore every nook and cranny. This sense of reward for thorough exploration was immensely satisfying. Each chest contained valuable items or equipment that bolstered my party's strength, making the effort worthwhile. Side quests in Visions of Mana are plentiful and varied, adding depth and context to the world. These quests ranged from simple fetch tasks to more complex missions involving intricate narratives and challenging battles. Each side quest felt like a mini-adventure, offering unique rewards and insights into the game's lore. Optional battles were another highlight of the exploration. Scattered across the open field were powerful enemies that tested my combat skills and strategic thinking. These encounters were not mandatory, but provided significant rewards and experience points, encouraging me to tackle them whenever possible. The thrill of overcoming these tough adversaries added an exciting layer of challenge to the game. Collectibles in Visions of Mana were not just tokens of completion, but integral parts of the gameplay experience. They were often hidden in hard-to-reach places, requiring light platforming skills to obtain. This aspect of exploration added a dynamic element to the game, breaking up the combat and questing with moments of agile navigation. Collecting these items often unlocked additional content, such as new abilities, lore entries, or even hidden areas, making them a rewarding pursuit. While the open-world design of Visions of Mana is a refreshing change, it felt somewhat conventional compared to the series' typically experimental nature. In many ways, it reminded me of modern RPGs like Genshin Impact, albeit without the live service components. This isn't necessarily a negative comparison. Rather, it highlights how Visions of Mana balances new design philosophies with its classic roots. The wide-open fields, filled with interactive elements and secrets, are a nod to the evolving landscape of RPGs. However, Visions of Mana retains its unique charm through its art style, narrative depth, and character-driven storytelling. The world felt alive and meticulously crafted, with every corner inviting exploration and discovery. One of the standout features of Visions of Mana's open world is the dynamic environments and weather effects. As I traversed different regions, the weather would change, impacting both the visual ambiance and gameplay mechanics. Rain would cause rivers to swell, altering the landscape and opening up new paths or hiding others. Similarly, fog could obscure vision, making exploration more challenging and adding a layer of atmospheric tension. These dynamic changes made the world feel more immersive and alive. It wasn't just a static backdrop, but a reactive environment that responded to the passage of time and weather conditions. This level of detail enhanced the exploration experience, making each venture into the unknown feel unique and engaging. The open field was just the beginning of Visions of Mana's diverse world. As I progressed through the demo, I encountered various biomes and regions, each with its distinct aesthetic and challenges. From lush forests and arid deserts to icy mountains and mystical swamps, the game's world is a tapestry of vibrant and contrasting environments. Each region not only looked different, but also played differently. For instance, the desert region had vast open spaces with hidden oases and treacherous sandstorms, while the forest region was dense with foliage, requiring careful navigation to avoid ambushes from hidden enemies. These diverse biomes kept the exploration fresh and exciting, ensuring that there was always something new to discover just around the corner. Exploration in Visions of Mana is deeply intertwined with the game's lore and storytelling. Scattered throughout the world are ancient ruins, abandoned villages, and mysterious landmarks that hint at the rich history of the land. Interacting with these locations often triggered lore entries or mini-narratives that provided context and depth to the world. For example, stumbling upon an old battlefield might reveal a tragic tale of a long-forgotten war, complete with spectral echoes of the fallen soldiers. These narrative elements are seamlessly woven into the exploration, making the world feel lived in and storied. It's not just about finding items or completing quests, it's about uncovering the layers of history and myth that make the world of Visions of Mana so captivating. The open world of Visions of Mana is populated with numerous NPCs, each with their own stories and interactions. Engaging with these characters often led to side quests or provided valuable information about the surrounding area. The NPCs were well-written and voiced, adding personality and life to the world. Additionally, world events would occur periodically, offering unique challenges and rewards. These events ranged from sudden monster attacks on villages to natural disasters that required quick thinking and action. Participating in these events not only provided a break from the regular exploration, but also made the world feel dynamic and ever-changing. One of the most compelling aspects of exploration in Visions of Mana is the plethora of secrets and unlockables scattered throughout the world. From hidden caves and secret passages to legendary weapons and rare artifacts, the game is filled with treasures waiting to be discovered. Some secrets required specific abilities or items to access, encouraging revisiting areas with new tools at your disposal. This Metroidvania-like approach to world design added a layer of depth and replayability, as there was always something new to find even in previously explored regions. Visions of Mana strikes a delicate balance between nostalgia and modern design. While the open-world structure and dynamic environments are in line with contemporary RPGs, the game retains the heart and soul of the classic Mana series. The art style, music, and overall ambiance are reminiscent of the beloved older titles, evoking a sense of nostalgia while introducing new and exciting elements. This blend of old and new makes Visions of Mana a unique experience. It's a game that pays homage to its roots while confidently stepping into the future, offering a rich and rewarding exploration experience that both longtime fans and new players can appreciate. The open-world exploration in Visions of Mana is a testament to the game's commitment to creating a living, breathing world filled with adventure and discovery. From dynamic environments and diverse biomes to engaging side quests and hidden secrets, the game offers a rich tapestry of experiences that encourage players to explore every corner. While it may feel more conventional compared to the series' typically experimental nature, this new approach provides a fresh and exciting take on the Mana formula. The balance of nostalgic elements with modern design ensures that Visions of Mana stands out as a unique and compelling entry in the series. In conclusion, Visions of Mana's open-world exploration is one of its strongest aspects, offering a deep and immersive experience that promises countless hours of adventure. I am eager to dive back into this enchanting world and uncover all the secrets it has to offer. The full game cannot come soon enough. Visions of Mana encourages exploration, presenting challenges with powerful enemies and secrets that require revisiting later in the game. Despite some repetitive voice lines when gathering items, the game's nostalgic appeal reminded me of B-tier PS2 RPGs. The class system is particularly noteworthy. Instead of predefined classes, each character has unique class options. The protagonist starts with a greatsword for weighty attacks, but can switch to the Aegis class, using a faster spear and a huge shield for a defensive playstyle. Though the demo offered limited customization options, the potential was evident. Each character has 4 magic spell slots, interchangeable regardless of class, featuring debuffs, healing, and elemental attacks, classic RPG fundamentals. An hour of gameplay wasn't enough to fully experiment with the systems and refine my playstyle, but Visions of Mana stayed true to the RPG sensibilities of the 90s and early 2000s, with modern touches. Visions of Mana isn't aiming to revolutionize RPGs. It feels like a modestly budgeted game for fans who remember when Squaresoft and Enix were separate entities. In 2024, this approach is worth celebrating. In an industry plagued by unsustainable big-budget game development and layoffs, Visions of Mana shows the value of mid-tier games that don't need to appeal to everyone. It looks good, plays well, and prioritizes the well-being of its developers. Given its predecessor Trials of Mana's success, Visions of Mana embodies the spirit of beloved RPGs without needing to be a blockbuster, making it a game I am eagerly anticipating.